So excited to have a joint Zoom call with Jenny and Beyond Fitness. We were really excited to have Paulina on our call, and I cannot wait to hear what she's going to tell us about tonight. She's amazing, so you guys are in for a treat for sure. First of all, I actually want to, I personally think it's an act of Congress to get downstairs and my kids in bed by 8 o'clock my time. So I just want to give a huge shout out to our growing team. We have so many people now that are on Pacific Coast time, and I think it's really amazing that you guys take time out of your busy, it's baseball time and swimming time and dinner time. And for those of you that are able to make it on our team calls all the time, I just really commend you. That really says a lot about what you think of your business, and I really appreciate the time. I also, speaking of joint calls, I think that our joint venture with the Crockpot Challenge was amazing. I can't believe it. Just a year ago, we have all of our groups, all of our free groups were together, with Jenny's downline team, and maybe there were a couple hundred people, and we almost had 1,000 people in our Crockpot group, which is insane. That just speaks volumes to how much our team has grown over the last year. And I think that, I know I can speak for myself when I say that I got tons of new free challengers, and I'm sure that y'all did too. So that's pretty cool. For my team specifically, we just started a 3-day sneak peek into the 21-day fix, and we have about 125 potential challengers in there, which is huge. I mean, if only 25% of those people get challenge packs, that's, for this month, that's a lot of challenge pack sales. So something to really think about for the other teams on this call, to do something like that, a sneak peek. It's really worked well for us a couple of times. So I think it's pretty cool. And then finally, Jenny and I just wanted to recognize those of you who have already secured Success Club this month. I don't think it's any secret that May it's a pretty hard month. There's some months in this business that are pretty simple and other months that are droughts, and May is pretty much a drought month. So we just have to keep plugging away and, kind of planting those seeds, because if we plant those seeds now, we know that it's really going to benefit us a lot this summer. But I did want to take a minute to kind of course, my 4-year-old is at the top of the stairs in his underwear, which you all know he's always in his underwear, so we'll ignore him for a minute. But I just wanted to give a huge shout out to Andrea Fuquay, who is completely leading the pack with 14 Success Club points. Also, already at least Success Club 10, Erica Shepard, Felice Rainstein, Molly Shills, Sarah Elizabeth Bradford, and then at least Success Club 5, we have Leslie, Kelly Davis, Leah Stewart, Virginia Gonzalez, Rebecca Brady, Elizabeth Dawson, April Pagano, Matt Scott, Lori Model, Jocelyn Shook, Sarah Petty, Megan Herman, Monica Weslowski, Carrie McIntyre, and Kim Reynolds. We are so proud of you guys. It's only halfway through the month. We have so much time left to go, and we know that we've got Camden here. We know that you guys can do it. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Jenny so she can introduce our speaker.
Yes, thank you, Lori. And thanks again, guys, for joining us. I love that we combined calls this month. Lindsay and I overlapped on our dates for our calls, and I'm like, well, let's just team up. So this is awesome, and it's a lot of fun. But that list was amazing. When I ran my report today, I was like, oh my gosh, we're already halfway through the month. And to see those numbers, it's incredible. And a lot of you guys are so close to hitting Success Club 5. So keep pushing. We have some great sales this month. Just a reminder, we have Size for 140, Insanity Max for 140. Try them out on Beachbody On Demand. Make yourself look like a fool. Who cares? Do the workouts and show people. I've done both programs, and they're a lot of fun. Insanity Max is really hard. So that's a good one. Just wanted to touch on a couple things. Summit's right around the corner. Get excited. I'm really pumped. I'm so excited to meet a lot of you guys face-to-face that we haven't met in person. So there's a couple things you guys can qualify for. So I want to remind you, there's a Success Club party. The parties are amazing. So you want to really try hard to get to them. If you hit Success Club 10 in the month of May or June, and you have at least a combine of 25 Success Club points, you can go to that party. There's a leadership ladder party, because we know that's a big focus of our team now. to really focus on those rungs. So team leader, organization leader, and executive leader in the month of May. And if you're a 2-star diamond or above, you get invited to that party. So that's another big perk. So tomorrow is the last day to qualify for whatever rank you're trying to start your qualification. So don't give up. You have one more day, guys. You can get it done. And from my team standpoint, I just wanted to remind you guys that we have our coaching sneak peek next week. I know we're kind of getting close to Memorial Day weekend, so hopefully we can still get it done and still have people, excited and wanting to get into the group, at least to get in there and kind of read about what we do as coaches. So that's going to be next Wednesday from May 25th to the 27th. So start promoting, guys. Start inviting. Send private messages. Start talking about the coaching opportunity on your pages. I know that sometimes we get the week of and we're like, oh my gosh, I haven't asked anybody. So start this week. Don't wait till the last minute. I just sent a bunch of messages a couple days ago, and a lot of people said no, but there was a couple of people like, yeah, actually I'm interested. So you never know. And there are people I didn't think would say yes. So don't be afraid to ask. So I'm going to stop rambling. I want to introduce our speaker, Paulina Nowak. I don't know how to say your last name, but if I say that right, I'm probably butchering it. I'm probably not the first person to do that. But she's a fellow Diesel Nation member, and I got the pleasure of getting to know her at our NLC in January, and we got to spend a lot of time together, and we had a lot of fun. So I asked her to speak on this call because she's a young 27, and she's single, and she's rocking it. She started coaching in September 2012 as a discount coach, which most of us have done. She has been Success Club 5 for 36 months. She's a Success Club 10 legend, which means it's 24 months or more. She's a lifetime 2-star diamond, and she's close to 3 stars, so let's hope we see that soon too. And the founder of Diesel Dreamers, that's the name of her team. And she is featured with her 3-day refresh before and afters if you get your PIO or size. She's in the booklet there, so keep an eye out for her there. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to her. She's going to fill us in on her amazing Success Club tips and how she utilizes her cold market to hit those numbers. So let's hear it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for inviting me on tonight. I'm excited to talk to you guys. This is really cool. Honestly, like a couple years ago, I would have never imagined myself being live on a webinar with other people trying to teach them something that I do. So that just goes to show you like the transformation that Beachbody can provide you. There's many different things that can change in your life in a positive way, and this is one of them. So I'm happy to be on here with you guys tonight and share my tips for what I've been doing and from my failures and what I've learned that has worked for me. So a little bit about myself, like Jenny mentioned, I'm 27. I live in Miami now. I'm born and raised in New York, though. I came down here for college in 2007, and I never went back. But being in college, I lived on campus. I lived in the dorms, and my eating habits were crappy. I had no fitness routine. I had no nutritional knowledge. I ate like crap and I felt like crap, and I gained about 20 pounds. So after I graduated, we have some feedback.
Yeah, sorry guys. Can you mute yourselves, please?
Okay. Sorry. So I gained about 20 pounds in college throughout those 4 years, and after I graduated, it took me about 6 months to get my first job, but I started working as a behavioral therapist, and funny enough, my first client was Christina Delgado's son, DJ. So that's how I kind of got introduced to Beachbody. I actually ordered from the infomercial Insanity when I was, I want to say, a junior in college. I did it for like 2 days and I quit. And I never dusted off those DVDs. But Christy was really like when I first got exposed to the whole coaching network and how it all worked. And I just saw her and Danny like living a healthy lifestyle. And this was a mom of 2. She was a lawyer at the time, practicing full time, 2 young kids, one with special needs. And she was, on social media talking about her workouts every day, drinking her shake, like the super mom. And I'm here, all I have was, a job, no kids, no family or anything like that to like extra responsibilities to worry about. And I was making all excuses in the world why I couldn't exercise or eat healthy. So I would, watch her on her journey, continually like getting better and better results. And I just felt more and more like, why am I not taking any action? So finally, 6 months later, in August, I ordered my first bag of Shakeology, and It was really expensive because I wasn't making a lot of money, but I committed to it. I actually ordered kind of behind Christy's back. I just got her link from her Facebook page and ordered it. And like the next day she's like, did you order Shakeology? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to try it. She's like, okay, cool. It was really funny. And then within like 2 weeks, I was hooked. Like I wasn't exercising yet. I was just drinking my shake every day. I felt better. I already felt like the changes in my body. I felt like I was, healthier and just had more energy. And I actually asked her like, okay, what fitness program should I start with? Because I actually want to work out, which is, unheard of prior to all of this. So I started with Cheerleading Extreme, and I got pretty good results within that first like round of it, and I just kind of got hooked. Like Jenny mentioned, I started off as a discount coach. After Christy told me that I could get Shakeology cheaper, I jumped on that right away because I needed to save money wherever I could, and that's how like my coaching journey kind of started. I didn't really take the business seriously because looking at Christy and Becky back then, even though their success was nothing compared to what it is now, like 3.5 years later, but to me, like I saw them up here. They're in my eyes, they're already like superstar diamonds, millionaires clubs, everything. So me, I'm very shy and introverted. Like I said, doing something like this would be totally out of my comfort zone. So when I saw them so successful in my eyes, in Beachbody and doing, like Super Saturdays and these events and always, posting on social media, I was like, I could never do that. I didn't believe in myself. I didn't believe that I could be a coach or be successful at it. I didn't think I could inspire anyone. But, over a few months, I, just sharing my journey openly, like talking about my Shakeo and my workouts and stuff, just like putting it out there, not even like trying to get customers or challengers or coaches on my team, just simply sharing. People started responding to it. People started asking me what I was doing. People started asking me for advice. People started, being curious and reaching out to me. So that was kind of like my turning point. Like, okay, maybe I could help people. I guess I do have, some sort of like reach to people. So I asked Chrissy, like, what do I do? How do I talk about it? How do I, give people my challenges and stuff? And honestly, like when I first had my first challengers, like I never plugged them into like a real challenge group. I would put them into like, we used to have like these huge groups, like team-wide groups, and I never kept track of people. So they got lost, and I wasn't really owning my business as a coach. I wasn't really like stepping into that role of, okay, like I'm leading people. I need to keep them accountable and stuff. But once I finally did and started being more consistent with it, that's when things changed, and I started to see the opportunity more and seeing that, okay, maybe this is for me, maybe I can do it, but I have to put in that effort. So I got to Diamond in 6 months, but it's all discount coaches. So within like a couple of weeks after that, I lost it all. Not all, but I dropped. And I dropped for a really long time. I didn't regain my rank. I didn't really see, I guess, like the significance of it since, my paychecks weren't really that much. I was just earning kind of like as a hobby, some extra side money here and there. I would, reach my Success Club 5 most of the time, and I would, earn maybe like $100 to $200 max a month. But when I was going to my first summit, I was like, okay, I need to get my shit together. Like I need to get back to Diamond. I want to be recognized as a Diamond, and I'm going to do it. So I regained my rank, and ever since then, slowly but surely, I've been being consistent in my business and taking it more seriously and, reaching new levels of success because I'm putting in the work and I'm actually like owning it. So, I guess I tapped out of my warm market kind of quickly, but not, I don't know if that makes sense, but we always have more people to reach. We're always constantly adding new people. And, Jenny asked me to talk to you guys because I've had a good, run at helping new people that I don't know personally, people that aren't my family members or my friends or people I know from school or whatnot. What I've done, I've really kind of zeroed in on my niche, people that I want to target, and I've provided them tools. I've provided a free like accountability group for my sorority sisters, and not just like my sisters that I went to college with, but like nationwide. So that's kind of like where I've been driving all my challengers from, that like free group. But I made a presentation for you guys. So let me go to that and share that with you. And then I'll backtrack to like some extra tips on like who you can target and how you can get them on. Let me share my screen. I think there's some feedback.
Yeah, I can hear someone talking. Make sure you're muting your lines, guys, even if you're on your phone.
All right. Can you see the presentation?
Yes, we can.
All right, awesome. So the 7 C's to crushing your cold market. So things I'm going to talk to you guys about is number 1, consistency. Number 2, confidence. Number 3, content. Number 4, conversations. Number 5, character. Number 6, change. And number 7, I don't know if this is a real word, but I put it together, coachability. So number 1, consistency. So as I mentioned, I've been a coach for about 3.5 years now. And although I don't have crazy amounts of success yet, I've been pretty consistent in at least sharing my journey openly. So I wanted to ask you guys a couple questions first, and then from there, share like little tips. So are you showing up daily? That is super, super, super important. You can't post once on Facebook and expect to have a group of challengers the next day. You know, you have to be coming, you know, bosses show up every single day. You have to be showing up every single day, sharing your journey. Are you sharing your journey with your audience? Are you providing them, so are you providing with your fitness and business results that challenge groups and coaching works? So you got to be proof the product works, but you have to be sharing that you're a coach and sharing about how you're helping other people, you know, because it's great to be sharing your results, but if you're not talking about the people you're helping or, you know, success in the business, then people won't know that that's a part of what you do. They're just going to be like, oh, that girl drinks a shake and she likes to work out and she looks great, but that's all, you know. They're not going to know what you can actually help and provide them with. So you need to be sharing at least 3 to 5 times a day on social media. I know people have heard that plenty and plenty of times, but I'm going to say it again because sometimes you need to hear it from someone else to actually like let it sink in. Being proof that the products work long term, because that builds belief, credibility, and trust that others can get results too. So it's not just doing a 3-day refresh and sharing those results and that's it. You have to be constantly trying to improve yourself and bettering yourself from the inside out so people can see that it's not a quick fix. It's a lifestyle and it's a change that you're making for the whole future and not just for, you know, a month because you're getting ready for a wedding or whatever. Sharing your progress as well as your challenger's progress at least twice a week. That's super, super important. Like I said, people don't know what you're doing. If they don't know what you're, you know, helping others with, then how do you expect them to come to you for help? Showing people what's possible by sticking to your journey. And inspiring others with your actions and your determination. Like I said, I'm not exactly where I want to be yet. I'm not a 6-figure earner yet. But I know that if I stick with it and do it day in and day out, it's going to happen. So the next thing, confidence. So are you sharing with confidence? So that's in your posts and stuff. Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in the business? Are you speaking confidently when talking about your Beachbody journey and what you have to offer as a coach or business mentor? Are you enthusiastic with your posts and in your conversations? Remember, if you're trying to reach your cold market, these are people that don't know you yet. So if you're not talking confidently, they're not going to hear you. They're not going to listen. They're not going to, your stuff isn't going to make them stop and read, you know? So if you came across your own post, would you stop and read it and engage on it, you know? If you're not super confident, it's okay. Like I said, I wasn't confident before yet, and I'm still not super confident, but I'm working on it, you know? You have to make it a point to read and listen to personal development that's going to help you. You have to recognize and talk about your personal wins, whether they be big or small. Even, you know, getting a $40 paycheck that's going to help you with your groceries or your gas bill, that's important. You know, people can relate to that. Even, you know, saying that you were able to stick to your meal plan all day long and not cheat, that's, you know, a big win too. Recognizing and sharing the success of others while creating your own. So talking about your awesome teammates and what your team is doing as a whole, talking about Diesel Nation as a whole. We're a whole community. You can share the success of others. You don't have to just, you know, say like, oh, well, I'm not making this much money or I'm not this ranked, so I'm not a great coach. Yes, you are. You're working your way towards earning all those things that you want and making your goals and your dreams come true. But you can, you know, share and recognize other people's success too. Sorry, my dog is like over here crying. Doing a self-assessment on your profile or asking a fellow coach to take a look at your page. This is something that Bonnie Ingalls talked about in Miami Super Saturday, and she talks about it on her team calls a lot, or her training, and it's really important. So if someone came on your page and scrolled through, would they be able to tell who you are, what you do, if you're excited about coaching, and how you can help them? So if you're not being enthusiastic and sharing with confidence about what you're up to, then people are most likely going to just scroll past it and not even pay attention to your posts. Okay, next thing is your content. So what value do you bring to the table? What can people expect to see on your page every single day? What free content or tools are you offering others? Are you giving potential prospects a sneak peek into what you provide as a coach? And asking questions. People love giving their opinions and their feedback. You could ask about the most silliest random thing and people will comment on it, and all that works really well in your favor because then you're going to show up on more people's news feeds when more people are engaging on your posts. So you have to start posting with a purpose. For myself and my profile page and my like page, I haven't really built up my like page that much, but I just kind of schedule everything out together for both pages. But I share morning motivation, I share a daily recipe, I share an inspirational quote in the evening. And then throughout the day, I'm also sharing, like live things that I'm doing in my day-to-day life. But you have to be sharing stuff like fitness tips. If you're a mommy, sharing about mommy advice, things like that, because people want to get some type of value from you, and you have to be giving that freely. You guys were talking about this awesome free crockpot group you're doing. You have to be doing those things to show people, kind of showcase what you offer as a coach, what you're doing, the type of support they would get if they actually committed to a paid challenge group, and making your page fun and engaging so people look forward to seeing it. Offering a platform for others to share, engage, and turn to for support. So like I said, asking questions, providing value, just being real and authentic and sharing your life, that will help people relate to you and think of you as a friend as opposed to just some random person on Facebook. So conversations. Are you talking to people on a daily basis? I know that sounds like a silly question, but if you're not talking to people, you can't expect to hit Success Club. And the more people you talk to, the better your chances are of earning Success Club. So I encourage you all to talk to lots of people, because the more people you talk to, the more people you can help. Or at least you're opening that door. Like Lori said, you're planting those seeds. So in a few months from now, those people are going to be coming back to you. Are you forming and developing those relationships with new friends? So it's not just like requesting someone on Facebook and adding them as a friend and never talking to them or never like looking at their page. You have to be kind of more, I know aggressive is always like a bad word, but being aggressive about creating those relationships. So like going on their page, liking their stuff, making comments, trying to create, find things in common that you can relate to that person with, so that way you can see if they'd be a good fit for your challenge group, for the coaching sneak peek, for joining your team. Are you being real, authentic, and being a friend? So just being a genuine, nice person. I think that's super, super important, because people want to have friends and want to be friends with nice people. If you're constantly like negative and stuff like that, no one really wants to hang around people like that. So they're not going to want to come to your page either if you're not being positive and real and just, good, nice. Do you have ulterior motives, or are you having genuine conversations with others? So I know sometimes like at the end of the month, people kind of get stressed out about hitting Success Club and, having to talk to more people to try to sell a challenge pack and get those points in. But people feel that energy. People feel that in your conversations. If you're not being real and just trying to help people and, really like showing them that you care and not just trying to make a quick buck or make a sale or make Success Club points, they're more likely to believe in you and trust in you and want to join you. If you're just kind of scrambling to, talk to people and say like, oh yeah, order now, whatever, they're going to feel that. So always be genuine. And can people tell that you're passionate about helping others, even if they don't order a challenge pack from you? Like I said, you have to be willing to offer that free help, offer that free support, regardless of whether or not they order with you, because that's not the main point. The main point is us helping more people, showing them what's possible, being a positive light in their life. So we are people helping people business to help people freely. Adding, 5 to 10 new friends on your Facebook to work on developing those friendships with your cold market. Like I said, by liking, commenting on their stuff, thanking them for accepting your friend requests, finding out what you have in common, and even inviting them to a free group. Inviting daily is necessary, but if people have no clue who you are or what you do, it's going to be difficult for them to commit to ordering a challenge pack from you. So if you're not doing all those things I previously mentioned, being consistent on social media and sharing your journey and being open and honest about what you do and how you help people, they're not going to know what the heck you're talking about when you're like, oh, do you want to join my group? I'm a coach. And they're like, what kind of coach are you? What do you do? I don't understand. I'm not going to pay you $140 because I don't see the value in it. And let others know you're here to help them, whether or not they order a challenge pack from you. So usually what I do is I try to keep that door open, whether or not someone orders from me, even if I've explained every single thing to them about, Shakeology and 20 Day Fix, and talked about their goals and asked them, why they want to do this and what sparked their interest in reaching out to me and stuff like that. Even if they don't commit, that's okay. I don't, I'm not offended by it. I don't take it personally anymore. If they're not ready, they're not ready. You can't convince someone to do it because then they're just going to order it and they're never going to use it, and you're not helping them either, So I'll ask them like, oh, do you want a free meal plan to use in the meantime? Would you be okay if I reach out to you in the future about an upcoming group? Or I always say, like, feel free to contact me whenever you need to, or if you're ready to jump on the next group with us. Just leaving that door open for them. So character. So are you sharing who you are? Is your personality present in your posts? Are you giving an insider's look into your life via Facebook or Instagram or whatever social media you use? Do people feel like they know you just from visiting your page? So if you're not relatable, they won't be able to relate to you. If you, the best thing I love about Beachbody is that there's no cookie cutter coach. You are unique, you're beautiful, you're awesome, you're amazing, you have so much things to bring and share with the world. So don't try to conform to what you think a coach should be like, because then your posts aren't going to be authentic, your conversations aren't going to be authentic, you're going to sound like a robot, and people aren't going to really know the real you. So just think about what like the top 5 things you want to be known for. So for example, for me, I want to be known as a girl boss. I want to be known as a dog mom. I like fitness. I love food. And I love my family, things like that. You have to be thinking about those things when you're making your posts so people know who you are and how, your personality and your values and stuff. So chronicle your life through social media, being real and relatable, and sharing from the heart and letting your light shine through. All right, change. So this is a big one. So what changes have you experienced since starting your Beachbody journey? Whether that be, mental, physical, emotional, financial, whatever it be, you have to share that. You have to tell people about it. How have you overcome obstacles in the past, and what changes are taking place in your life now? So you have to be chronicling that and talking about it. Are you posting about the internal changes and shifts that have happened, and how you've embraced it? I know most people think of change as something scary, but you have to show people that change can be good. Are you showing people that change is possible and that it's a good thing, like I said? So highlighting your transformation, all the amazing things that have come out of this opportunity, the community, the friendships, learning about nutrition and, getting your workouts in, getting Shakeology, all these things, you have to be talking about it. Digging deep into why you started this and the positive changes that have happened, share that. And change doesn't have to be scary if it's making you a better person. So talking about that, talking about maybe the hesitations you had before starting coaching or before starting your fitness program or eating healthy. People, are very easy to just say, oh, no, that's not for me. Like, I can't do it. Make all the excuses in the book because they don't want to change, or they're scared that they can't change, or they're scared that they're gonna fail if they try to change something. So we have to show them that it's not a bad thing. And if it's not working, change it up. So throughout my journey, there are a lot of things that I've done, and thanks to Time Hop and now on Facebook, like see on your day or whatever, on this day, my old posts were horrible, horrible. But I've improved, I've learned, I've failed forward, I've switched things up, and I'm not afraid to change it. If it's not working, change it. Try something new. If it's not working, then try something else. It's okay. It doesn't, just because, Jenny or somebody gives you the script and says, use this, and if you're not getting any success out of it, it's okay. Do something different. Okay, and coachability. So are you engaged in the 4 vital behaviors every single day? Be honest about it with yourself. Are you willing to grow, learn, and improve daily? Are you actively coaching others in your challenge groups and your team pages? So you have to be doing all these things that I talked about and the 4 value behaviors every day if you want to hit Success Club. Like I said, it's not going to happen with you posting once in the beginning of the month and expecting a full group. It doesn't happen. Yes, some months are easier than others, and sometimes people start coming to you instead of you having to reach out to others or invite personally. But you have to be proactive with your business. It's your business. If you're not working it, then no one's going to do it for you, you know? Planting those seeds daily will help you to continue to harvest in the future. Being resourceful. So don't wait for your coach to tell you what to do. Take ownership, find tools, engage in trainings. YouTube, Google is your best friend. I can't tell you how many things I find on YouTube, and it's all out there. Like, the most amazing coaches in the network share every single thing with us. Like, we have to be using that to our benefit and going out there and finding the things we need to learn. Failing forward, like I said, if something's not working, then change it up. You know, we're all learning. This is a learning process. It's a continuous journey. It's not like you know, go to school, you earn your degree, and that's it. Like, this is something you have to be constantly improving on. So figure out what's working for you and what doesn't. Change what doesn't work and stay consistent with the things that do. And the work doesn't stop at this challenge pack sale. So you have to be supporting people's journeys, because that will help them get results, and that will let them fall in love with the community and the products, and that will help you build your confidence as a coach and in your confidence in knowing that you have the ability to help people to change lives, and that will keep you going every single month. You're going to see, okay, I helped 3 people this month. I know I can help 3 more next month, and the next month, and next month. And challenge yourself. So like Jenny said, I'm Success Club 5, I think like 35 months or something, and then Success Club 10, 27 or 8 now. That's because I became a Success Club 5 All-Star, so that's 12 months in Success Club 5, and I'm like, man, I can earn Success Club 5. And then I got 10 one month, and I'm like, well, dang it, I'm just going to keep going for 10 now. Like, push yourself more. Like, just because that's like the benchmark doesn't mean that has to be like what you settle for. Like, you can always go for more. So helping more people and reaching out to more people will be beneficial to you and your business and to your team. So I hope that helped, but let me stop screen share. Actual tips as to what I do. Okay, for Diesel Nation a while ago, it was like my first major call. I did a team call for Diesel Nation where I talked about how to be a Success Club badass. You can go to YouTube on Christina Delgado's page and find that video and watch it, and I give like specific tips on what I do to earn Success Club every month, as far as like strategy wise and like the different like groups and things and like posts I do or whatnot. But honestly, like I said, I've just been doing all these things together, you know, and learning as I go and working on improving myself. But something that I mentioned before is finding your niche and finding the people that speak to you and you can relate to and you can help with my sorority group. So this started back in August of this year. I just promoted to all my sorority sisters a free fitness accountability group. So this is like a back to school type of thing. This is the end of the summer. And I just plug them in with, you know, a free meal plan and just like daily posts. So like a recipe, morning motivation, and then like a check-in or whatever. And I went on, so like interest groups are a great thing. Whatever interests you, you should be in interest groups for those. So I'm in a larger scale sorority group, right? There's like 6,000 people in there. So that first month, I posted in that larger group that I'm going to be doing a free accountability group. And I posted a link to it. And I said, whoever wants to join, feel free to click or whatever and join me. So I got maybe like 200 or 300 people in from there, which was like really big success. So it was an awesome just like way to get people together, and I just held them accountable. And from there in that group, as I'm sharing what I'm doing as a coach and, you know, adding people to my contact list, because I was requesting all those people as my friends and stuff, so I make them register. Yes and no. In my posts, like when I first introduced myself to that group, the Find Me group, I did do like, oh, you know, who I am, you know, my Beachbody story, whatever, like why I'm a coach, why I help support people, whatever. And I did post like a woo-foo form, like asking people like, oh, like share your goals with me. I didn't make it like necessary for them to be added to the group, but that would be a good idea. So if you're just like starting this up, like make them fill out an application first, so that way you have their goals, and you can like, you know, message them and say, hey, I saw you, you know, you filled out the form. I'd love to talk about your goals, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But looking back now, like I said, you learn from everything you do. So I didn't make it like necessary, but yeah, so I added them to that first month's group, and, you know, just kept them accountable for a month. And as I was going the next month, I started another challenge in the same group. So let's say September, I think, was like squats for September. And then I went back to that original group that had the interest group that had the 6,000 girls. And I said, hey girls, I'm doing another group this month. I'm going to be focusing on squats or whatever, free challenge, recipes, whatever, motivation. If you want to be added, add yourself if you're not in there yet. And then every single month I go back to that big, larger interest group, and I say whatever challenge is coming up next, free group. And then I just get more and more people in. And now I have like 1,700. So it's a lot of people I can talk to and follow up with and share my journey with. So it's just great.
All from your sorority group, you saying that you had.
So nationwide.
Yeah.
So pretty much all of, you know, my like challengers that I've had from August on are my sorority sisters, because they're seeing what I'm doing. They're seeing that I'm providing free content, free value. I'm coaching them for free, no strings attached. And then, you know, a couple of times a month, as I am promoting my challenge groups in my, like on my public page, you know, my profile page, I'm pretty much copying and pasting the same post and posting in there and saying, hey, if anyone's interested in this, I'm doing another group. You know, if you want to commit to your goals more seriously, if you want to, whatever, get started with us. And from there, I'm funneling them into paid challenge groups, you know?
And how often do you post in that larger group? Do you post regularly, like 3 to 5 times, or is it sort of just like?
Everything is scheduled out. As I mentioned, in my profile page, my like page, and then my Find You sorority page, I have scheduled out morning motivation, a recipe, and then a quote at night. And this is all through Hootsuite, so you can do it.
Right.
It's pretty easy. You don't have to add like extra work to yourself. You know, think of systems and things that make it easier for you. So I have it all scheduled out. So what I usually do, like at the end of the month, I'll sit down on a Sunday and just like for an hour or two, like schedule everything out for the whole month, so I don't have to worry about it, which makes it a lot easier. I'm not like, oh my God, I didn't post a recipe today. Crap, I need to find something. So yeah, it's basically a general accountability group, but I'm targeting my sorority sisters. I'm targeting them because we have that in common. We share that bond together, and that's who I'm focusing on working with, you know? So if you're a mommy, or if you're whatever, you know, maybe it's your profession or your background, or maybe, you know, where you're from, whatever it may be, try to focus on your niche. So those girls are my niche. You know, I'm focusing on working with them because I can relate to them. I know their struggles. Most of them are in college, coming out of college, or, you know, like young professionals like me, so they know like the same things that we're going through, you know. I use Hootsuite for my posts, and I schedule pretty much, it's all the same posts. And then for my, like my sorority group, what I do every single month with the challenges, every day I Hootsuite, I schedule whatever that day's thing is. So like, let's say Monday is 20 squats, you know, and I say like, comment below when you do it, tag a sister to keep her accountable. You know, Tuesday would be 25 squats, whatever. I look up on Pinterest or Google like a fitness 30-day group, 30-day challenge or whatever. And then I just use that content to schedule it into my group. So I'm showing up every single day for them. And then, no, I run it by myself. I do have some sorority sister coaches, but since like that is like my baby, I work on it solely myself. But if you want to, you know, work with other coaches, that's cool. But I think doing it personally is better because you can keep track of who your, you know, your prospects are and who you're bringing into it. You know what I mean? Because if you're doing like a team-wide challenge and like you're doing it consistently, like you're, open like every single month or whatever, people might get lost. You might lose track of who's. So I would say try to do it on your own. And let that be your thing. Like you can do like, you know, Jenny's Fit Fam or whatever you want to call it. Like, you know, just keep those prospects like constantly rolling in. So every single month, offering them a new challenge, offering them something, you know, of value for free. And that's honestly like how I've tapped into my cold market. I'm working with my sorority sisters who I've never met in my life, but we've connected over Facebook and we have that thing in common, and, you know, we're running with that, you know? and that's how you build the relationships. You find that thing that you have in common, and then that's like your way to connect. Sorry, I didn't get to see like all the chats and stuff. Let me kind of scroll through. Do you guys have any questions? Anything else? I don't know if I explained things well, but I hope I did.
Yeah, I'm trying to change more. Do you have any other Fine You sisters that are also coaches that would sort of overlap from what you're putting in that group? Because a lot of us have a lot of our sisters already signed up. So if we did a group like that, you would have, you know what I'm saying? Like it would be.
No, I haven't had any issues with like overlapping people.
Okay.
I mean, I recently have like this new coach who's a super rock star, and she's a sorority sister. And I think maybe with some of her like, friends or like chapter sisters might be like in my like larger group. But if she's talking with them like privately and connecting with them, and I've never really like talked to them, I wouldn't have any problems obviously with her, signing them up or whatever.
No, we think we do a good job of not having that problem, but I'm just saying if for a group like that, I mean, there's so many 80 pies. I know Lori has a bunch of them personally. It would be hard to be like, who are you talking to before I add them to the group? You know what I mean? Like, unless we all did it together.
Yeah, but that's something you can also like mention if you're going to do like a application, like a WOOF application to like join the group.
True.
I have in like my application, have you worked with a Beachbody coach or like who is your coach? So like in like the thing, most people put like my name,
Right.
So that way you can kind of keep track of people if for any reason you might not be sure if they've talked to someone else. But that's with anyone, like even Christina Delgado and Becky, they're sisters, they're blood sisters. They have the same friends, same family, like somehow they make it work. So I think for us, like it's okay. And
we had that last week. I had someone that was one of your sisters, and I'm like, it's Paulina's girl.
Exactly. So I mean, it's always nice to ask just in case, regardless of if you're sorority sister or whatever. But just be cautious that you should like ask people like, oh, have you talked to a coach? Have you worked with a coach before? Whatnot.
Right.
Does anyone have any specific questions? Like I said, I've just been.
There was one. You create a free group but leave it open. Melissa was asking.
So that group stays open, and every single month I'm just putting in a new challenge. So I've done squats, I've done abs, I've done arm challenge, I've done leg challenge. I just look for like a new fitness 30-day like calendar I can use for them.
And do you offer prizes and things like that in there, or there's just so many people that you just don't even bother with that kind of stuff?
No, I don't offer prizes. It'd be too hard to kind of keep track of all that. Yeah, but I mean, you could, if it's like a smaller group starting out, then you can totally offer prizes or some type of incentive for like participation and engagement, because that is important. Even though I have 1,700 people in my group, doesn't mean that 1,700 people are commenting and actually doing the fitness challenge every single day. Like max, maybe I have between like 10 and 20 people that are actually actively engaging. But they're still, those people are in that group. They wanted to join, they requested to join. So there's some type of interest there. And whether it be now or 6 months from now, I'm going to continue showing up. And maybe one day it's going to hit them like, okay, like maybe I should check in. Maybe I should reach out to her. So a lot of the people that are, I do like challenge group promotional posts on my like personal page and stuff. But a lot of people that I'm talking to, they're reaching out to me. I'm not getting a lot of successful points from personal invites, like people are coming to me because I've been building this consistently and showing up daily in different ways. So they already know like, okay, coach, fitness, Paulina, you want to be known for whatever it is you're doing.
And what is your process for the forming? Do you, and it might be on your video, I haven't seen it yet, the one you were talking about on YouTube, but do you, when people like your page or like your post, do you make sure you go to them and say, thanks for liking my posts? Is it very general and then you go back and forth? Or are you like, thanks for liking my posts, your kids are really cute? Like, how do you get past that? Because I know we're struggling with that first interaction and how to not be creepy, but start that initial, other than liking your post or something.
Yeah, I would say I should get better at this. But yes, definitely, like if you're working off your like page or, you're trying to tap into your cold market, try to, thank people for liking your stuff, for supporting your journey, and then just casually asking like, oh, are you working on any fitness goals? Like I said, this is no strings attached. You're not having any ulterior motives like, oh, I'm going to message this girl today because she's going to order a challenge pack for me. No, you're messaging her because you genuinely care about her being a human being and her possibly having goals that you can help her with, you know, and giving that free value and just offering your support for free. So just doing that. And if somebody reaches out to you, just ask them, hey, what sparked your interest in my post? Like,
yeah,
it's that simple. Like, you don't have to make it like anything complicated. Just saying, hey, how are you? Thanks for, you know, liking my post, whatever. I think sometimes we overthink it. And honestly, like with social media nowadays, I don't think people care so much with like you coming across as creepy, unless like you're sending them, which sometimes people sending these from like other MLMs, like, hey, I want to reach my goal of earning my free car, like help me by buying this oil or what, like some stupid crap like that. And I'm like, I don't even answer that, because I'm like, no, like you didn't even ask me, you didn't even acknowledge that I exist, like saying, hey Paulina, how are you? You're just sending me this because you want to sell something. So never come across as a person like that. Come across with saying, hey, whatever, Jane or whatever, how are you? How's everything going? Especially if it's, you know, reaching out to an old friend or somebody you haven't talked to in a long time. Like technically they're in your cold market if you haven't really had that relationship with them in a few years. Just, yeah, generally caring for people. Like I said, don't come across as that type of person like you're just in it for a sale or a successful point. Do it because you actually care about helping change someone's life. And yeah, just being comfortable and confident and getting out of your comfort zone. Like I always tell my new coaches who are like, oh, I don't know how my friends or family or people on Facebook are going to think when I post about this or share about this. And I'm like, don't think about what those people are going to say. Think about that one person whose life you can change because of the fact that you posted about that. You know, if I wasn't open about my journey and sharing it all these years now, then all the people on my team wouldn't be here. All my challengers that have helped over time wouldn't be where they're at. You know, like you have to think of it in a different way. You guys have anything else?
Anyone else have any other questions? I have one more. I know you said Facebook is your main focus. You said you have a like page and Instagram. Do you get many sales or anything off of Instagram? Or, I mean, that's something I've been working on, but I haven't gotten much out of that yet. But I just wasn't sure if that was something you do more for putting yourself out there, or do you actually form with them too and you see results from that yet?
I've done it more for just putting myself out there and just building a following. I haven't gotten much results. Like I've sold a few challenge packs, you know, throughout time, you know, with like someone from Instagram or whatnot, but nothing significant. Like Facebook is my jam. Like that's what I focus on. Not even my like page really, because I haven't gotten much traction from there. Just like my personal page. And the great thing is, like I said, if you have that thing in common, like saying, you know, like you were in a sorority and you're friend requesting people that are in the same sorority, like you usually have some kind of mutual friends, so they're more likely to accept you than you just like friend requesting some random person you have no mutual friends with. So over time, like since August, more significantly, I guess, I've been making it my point to add new friends, so more people see my stuff, more people can see my page, more people can see my content. So I have like 4,000 something friends now. And it's a lot, but like I said, there's so many people that I don't know yet. But me sharing and showing up every day and being real and honest and open about who I am and what I'm doing, I'm putting myself out there, and hopefully one day they'll see it, and hopefully one day they'll connect with it and they'll reach out to me, or I'll, you know, stumble across them in some way, and yeah, but it's just about showing up, really.
Exactly. Awesome. Anyone else have any other questions before we let Paulina go? We're running late on time, but
sorry for
no, that was amazing. I took so many notes myself even. So anytime we have speakers or we get on any other calls, I feel like there's something for everyone to learn. So thank you so much.
One more thing. Well, two more things. I can share the PowerPoint with you, so if you want, you can share that on your team page.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah, because I think I missed a couple things. I was like mad trying to write things. So
no, I can share that with you. And number two, I started this new thing. I don't know if you guys have seen it. People are, like, coaches are promoting like a sneak peek into a challenge group. Mm-hmm. I highly, highly, highly recommend you try it. There's a coach, Jatana Jackson, who did a call for, I want to say, the Southeast regions page. Craig Hoyer is the one who posted the recording. And she talks about doing a sneak peek into a challenge group. So it's pretty much like a sneak peek into coaching, but just about a challenge group. Right. So I've tried it out with my team over this past weekend, and it's been going pretty well. I've kind of just like walked people through like, what is a challenge group? You know, what's the role as a coach? What do you get out of it? What are the benefits? And I plugged in, okay, so it's me, all the prospects that maybe never like committed to anything, who said they were interested but then never like answered my messages, who I sent like a link of the 20 Day Fix to and they never like, you know, committed. I reached out to all those people and invited them to this free group, into a challenge group, and I said, hey, I could provide you the scripts too, so this doesn't have to get complicated. I'll send you everything I have. Yeah. But
I'm writing. I'm like.
But I reached out to all those people and I invited them to this free group to kind of just explain what it is I do, you know, and the benefits of a challenge group and how it all works. Because some people just don't understand. They don't know what a challenge group is. Like they don't get our lingo, you know. We think like everyone understands it, but not everyone gets it. So sometimes you have to like be more proactive about explaining it. So I invited them to this group. I invited my current challengers, and I reached out to my current challengers, the ones who are kicking butt and getting great results, and asked them to share their like feedback and their like real testimonials about their progress in the groups and why they like a challenge group. So it's not just me hyping up like, oh, a challenge group is so great, you know, let me be your coach. It's people who are actually doing it, saying this actually works, like, and whatnot for whatever reason, and their results and stuff. And then I invited my team. So you guys can do this as a team also. And like your newer coaches and stuff to kind of walk them through. It's pretty much all the, like a personal conversation that I'd be taking and going through with a person, asking about their goals and explaining what a challenge group is, all that steps in one big group. So you're not spending as much time talking to just one person. You can talk to 100 people at one time, telling them what it is and the benefits and how they can join and whatnot. So I think you guys should definitely like watch that video from Jatana Jackson and how she runs her group and kind of explaining how it works. And she calls it like positive peer pressure. So when people start ordering their challenge packs and stuff, they hype it up. They're like, oh my God, congrats, you know, she joined, whatever. Who's next? Like, who's going to join us? Our group starts on this date kind of thing. So it's really cool. And you can even incorporate that into like your free, whatever challenge group you're doing. You can kind of like plug in some of those key points and just getting them to understand like what it is you do as a coach, what a challenge group is, and how you can transition them from, you know, cold market and free stuff to being more committed to your goals and turning them into your future coaches and challengers and your future friends.
Exactly. And do you do 3 days or how long is it?
I ran it as a 3-day. I haven't closed the group. I did it on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So some people weren't like plugged in the whole time and maybe missed some of the content. So I'm kind of just like keeping it open and rolling with it. I'm not planning on starting my next challenge group till the 31st. So there's lots of time for people who aren't ready just yet for me to follow up with them and kind of, you know, see if they're going to jump on board. So I would next time maybe do one during the week. So that way people might be more likely to actually check in, because you know, on the weekends people might not be like us on our phones and on our computers checking Facebook 24/7. So right. I'm just, like keeping it open and kind of just like very casual with the group. But yeah, I'll send you what I have, and maybe you guys can do something like that and see if it works for you. Okay. And that's a good way to reach your cold market too, because you can promote that kind of group on your public page, you know, and put the link to join and just say, you know, if you're interested in finding out more information, just click and whatever.
Exactly. Well, I think I haven't watched that call. I saw it. I didn't realize that what it was about, but I will share that on my page and let Lindsay have that too for Fit and Inspire. I know that Melissa and her team just did that too, and so I'd love to hear their feedback on that on a separate date, how it went too. But perfect. Well, thank you so much for all your. What's that? Are you on?
I was just going to say, we have one open right now. If you wanted me to just add you so you could look at it and see how we run ours. Mm-hmm. I think it's pretty good. It's the second time we've done it.
Yeah.
My team Inspire Fitness. So
absolutely. Always looking for new things. So thank you guys. Thank you so much, Paulina. So many great tips. Definitely going to replay this. I know everyone that missed this call is going to definitely need to get back on it and listen. So everyone should be inspired to finish off the month strong. And now we know how to reach our cold market. So we have all these fresh ideas. So I was going to share a little bit about how to do a WooFoo document, but now that we're so late, I'm going to just postpone that. I'll do like maybe a separate little video for anyone that is kind of unfamiliar with that, but it's really pretty simple. So, but thank you guys again. Thank you, Paulina. You're amazing, and your PowerPoints were super helpful. So I will share that when she sends it also on the team page. So thank you guys. Have a great evening. Oh wait, you know what? Let me take a picture. I was.
You read my mind.
What's that?
You said you read my mind. Everybody smile.
Like, everybody smile. I'm gonna do a screenshot. So everyone just smile. Perfect.
Awesome.
All right. Have
All
a
right,
good evening, guys. Thanks.
Bye. Have a great night.
Thanks.